Already, we are live and we are going to be. Oh, that's quick today. I guess it's a Thursday and not a Wednesday. Um, it's the letter J today. I could have put a whole bunch of Jordan images on there, but I didn't. And I have images to work from. Let's have a look. I just added a couple more. It says waiting for Blue Shine Art to go live. I'm live. So let's see who's with us. Hello, good morning, good morning. Who is here with us today? There's one person watching. That could be me though, on my screen. It is YouTube live today, isn't it? Oh yes, it is. It's not Friday. I'll wait until a few more people get here and then we'll talk about what is happening today. Look at my really messy paints. I was painting last night while I had critique for a visual arts passage, and then I started painting over my piece because it needed adjusting. I may be showing it. I'm going to do a little bit of a post in Patreon and Substack today with regards to what I have, what I've learned from doing this course, which has been phenomenal. And so I will talk about it a little bit there. Hello, good morning, Hank, and hello, Louise. How are you? Louise and I were just discussing Carson Ellis's, I was going to say Carl Larson, Carson Ellis's new book, A Week in January. I ordered it. And then Louise also reminded us that she was on Creative Pep Talk? And she's did an interview over there, and I started listening to it this morning. It's great. I haven't finished it yet though. So I do want to show you, I did finish some letters, so I can show you where I'm at right now. Let's start with A. And I have one sheet that I haven't finished. So we're on J today. These may need some adjusting, some of them. That's A. That is B. Good morning if you're just joining. Nice to see you. Then we have C. You guys are really delayed this morning. D. E. F. G. I have to finish G. See, I did that row and two of these, and I have to finish G, but I'm not going to do that right now. H and I. So they're coming along, and now I'm going to be on J. So I'm going to start by looking at the images that we have on the Padlet. Let me just take that and leave it here for you. So something that I learnt new. I did not know that daffodils were also called jonquils. So there's me going, who put a daffodil in J yesterday? And I think it was C and somebody else. Who was it who said, no, actually that's a jonquil. It's called a jonquil. Well, I did not know that. So I learned something new yesterday. Thank you so much. So we have, I'm going to start by using the colors of the images that we have added to the Padlet, and I'm going to just use those colors for my J's. I just sketched out my grid, and then I'm using a couple of things. I'm using the there's a site, and I can't remember the name of it, but it has all typography of all the different like letters, any typography that you want to have a look. I guess it's a lot of marketing, what do you call it, branding logos, etc. And I'm just taking inspiration from the shapes. And then this book by Michael Perry called Hand Job is fantastic for type as well. And I know that I'm taking inspiration from them. What was it? Steal Like an Artist. The book says take one thing and copy it, and it's called stealing. Take 100 things, 100 different objects, and make it your own, and that's called being inspired. Hi Janan. Hi C. Good morning. How are you? All right, let's get started because I've got a lot to do. I'm using watercolors just as my base, and then I do have Poscas which I'm using sometimes as well. I think I just want to keep it quite simple today, so I may work a little bit on the actual letters rather than blocking everything in, especially because this one I want to have white, but then I want to have green in the background as well, so I'll keep that one like that. The next one, what do we have? We have is it a jack hare? A jackrabbit, which is a hare, right? Basically, I think. Good morning, Melissa. Oh, it's Thursday. It's Melissa's Art Hang Party Day. If you don't know, I think everybody knows. Hey, Tash. Hey, Meryl. I think everybody knows that Thursdays are Art Hang Party days. And Melissa has her YouTube channel where she runs her drawing session every Thursday. It's a free session. You can give her a coffee. You can send her a Ko-fi. Is it Ko-fi that you're signed up with to give a coffee? I think I'll just buy you a coffee on Saturday, Melissa. And I think I may just do the walk. You know, I was thinking I could get on a bike, but then if I have an accident on a bike, I mean, I could have an accident walking as well, because that can happen. But I'm just thinking, and if I'm running really late, which I shouldn't be, because I'm gonna allow enough time even for the walk, that I'll just get a cab. Anyway, maybe I'll bike back. And just to confirm, I can't stay longer than I can only stay a couple of hours, and then I have to go and meet my daughter. I know that you had something going on as well, so. But yeah, I'll buy you a coffee. There you go. I'll buy you a coffee on Saturday. I still need to chat with you on where to actually meet, because that part of I have no idea where that, like, what is there, and it seems very vast and long, so I don't know. Okay, me too, so that's good. If you're going back in towards the city, I'll come with you. Amy says, hi, biking is great. The e-biking, I'm not sure. Well, maybe I'll try it. I mean, I have an e-scooter. I have an electric scooter, and I like riding that. Oh, I could take a scooter too. I could do that, right? There are scooters, Melissa. And yes, Melissa says Ko-fi. So if you do love Art Hang Party, oh, did I freeze? Oh no, have I frozen? Oh no, I'm not. Okay. If you do go to Art Hang Party and love it, do please do send Melissa a little Ko-fi, which is a little way to say thank you. I know that a lot of you show up to her Thursdays, and it would just be a nice appreciation of, you know, saying thank you. I know that you guys have done it for me before, and you're very sweet. You didn't even have to. It's funny because when I put like, you can buy me a coffee or a Ko-fi, it's the same people who buy me a coffee, and I'm like, no, you guys already are Patreons. You don't need to buy me a coffee or a Ko-fi. All right. Oh, what was that? What was that flower? Oh, that was a jacaranda. That reminds me of the jacaranda reminds me, I think my mum has one. Yes, and Melissa says 2 solid hours. Yes, fantastic. And Melissa says, I agree, Stephanie is more familiar with that area. Did I already say that? Oh, Melissa says no scooters, but regular bikes and e-bikes. Okay. And Melissa says, oh, thanks, Shar. I appreciate it. Well, I think we as artists, like, you know, we do love doing what we do, but we so don't ask for anything, like, a lot of times. So I feel like other artists should scout for those that don't ask and don't say anything. But you put a lot, like this, I just come on live here. You have all those gadgets, you have music, you have like you in the corner. I don't have that. I just have like my overhead and that's it. So I feel like you put a lot more effort into your live, and it needs to be appreciated. All right, so this is the jackal. Thank you for posting the pictures, by the way, everybody. And by the way, if you are, who do we have here? We have pretty much everybody who comes to our mornings. Tomorrow is Friday. You should have received a Patreon email, everybody. 7 a.m. we are doing a sketch and draw instead of at the weekend because, well, I'm with Melissa on Saturday and then going to the art gallery. And so we can't, and I can't do it Sunday. So we are going to have our live sketch and draw at 7 a.m. Eastern. C recently went to Acadia National Park again, and she took some pictures, and I'm really looking forward to drawing them. And whenever somebody has pictures, it's nice to actually have them there with us so that they can chat about their day, etc., etc., etc. So she's going to be there at 7 a.m. Eastern. It also works for Meryl, who was there yesterday. It actually also works for anyone in Australia because it becomes a later one for them, but they can join, so that's good. It just doesn't work for West Coasters and Central Time. I apologize. You can either wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning or just don't go to sleep. And Melissa says, don't sell yourself short for what you're doing here. Oh, thanks, Melissa. Very sweet. And Patty is on the road again and listening. Hello, Patty, and hello, Simon. Yeah, I'm sure Patty has her ear in, so Simon probably cannot hear us, but you can say hi to Simon. Hang on, Melissa, is your guy Simon as well? No. What's your guy's name? I feel like you both have Simons. Am I right or am I wrong? I could be wrong. Okay, so much for just doing the letters. I'm just going to fill them in. I'm just taking the biggest. Oh, this is jelly, by the way. Who likes jelly? Do you like jelly? I actually really like jelly. And for the longest time, I did not like trifle, but I really like trifle now. Isn't that weird? Isn't that odd? So odd. I love jelly. Actually, I feel like making some jelly. Oh, your dog is named Simon. Oh, yes. So true. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah. Melissa's dog is Simon. And Melissa says his eyes opened at the sound of his name. Aw, sweet. Hang on, are you taking your dog with you tomorrow? I mean on Saturday? Is he coming for the draw? The sketch? meat. Patricia says she loves jelly. And Louise says, I don't like jelly. Hang on, what is trifle? You don't know what trifle is? It's like almost like a layer. You take a vase, like not a vase, you take a bowl, usually a clear bowl so that you can see the layers. And trifle is, so you take cake and then you put jelly. I think you put cake and then you put whipped cream and then you put fruit and then you put jelly and then you put, isn't that trifle? I think that's trifle. I like trifle. I don't know how to make it, but I like trifle. All right. This is a jug. I love this jug. This jug would be a fantastic jug to draw. Thank you, Patty, for putting it on here. I'm going to do the silver color first. And it has like almost like a pinky purple color to it. If anyone else can describe trifle better than I described, that would be fantastic. Oh, Melissa, what do you take in your coffee? Because I could always grab one. Or maybe we can just find a place, grab a coffee so we have a fresh coffee when we're there. That's a good idea. Why didn't I think of that? I'm joking. Yes, great idea. Okay. So this is raspberry jam. I probably want to actually make it more raspberry. Do the background very raspberry color. How do you know it's me who put the photos? Because it says, look, I click on that and it says Patricia Beck. Because when you log into Padlet, you log in with your login, and then when you add photos, I can see who adds them. Why are you trying to be anonymous? You could never be anonymous, Patty. Okay, this is one that I added. Jacket. Okay, it was custard. Yeah, custard, not whipped cream. Melissa says, custard jelly, whipped cream, fruit with cake bits. Yum, all layered. Yeah. Okay, this is like one of my favorite colors. Look, it's the same color as the Pith sketchbook. It's the royal blue. It's the same color as Stedler colors. Royal blue. Beautiful blue. Okay, and I'm going to use the Poems About You. This one I am just going to take a lighter color for the buildings in the background. There. And then I have, in the Poems About You, I have the perfect royal blue. And it really is a royal blue. I wouldn't say it's ultramarine, has definitely got a lot more purple in it. So this is the best. Julie's not here today, right? I was going to ask her what she's doing for Jay. Where's her place? Where is she visiting with the letter J? And Patty, are you on your way to France? Or heading out somewhere else? She's on the road again. And are you taking more art materials this time? I feel like the first time you went to France, which was like 2 years ago. Isn't that crazy? Feels like last year, but it wasn't. It's 2 years ago. The first time you hardly took any art materials, and I feel like you struggled not to have what you wanted with you. Oh, it's such a satisfying glue. I love it. Patricia says, I'm on my way to Cantabria. Cantabria. Oh, the 18th we will be heading. Hang on, where's Cantabria? I say it in such an English accent. Cantabria. Okay, I've got jean under jean. That's not going to work. So I'm going to put the jean color here. All right. I can do that. I am allowed to do that. So I'm putting the jean color. It needs to be a little bit more turquoisey. Alrighty. J for jean and jean jacket. Trifle can have liquor in the cake, maybe raspberry brandy. Thanks, Amy, for that. I feel like you probably make a good trifle. Do you make a good trifle? Oh, and Patricia says Cantabria is in the north of Madrid, north of Spain. Can you take some pictures, Patty? Okay, I don't think there are any more J's. So that's it. So now, because this is K. What is the flower? But that's K. K is tomorrow. So I'm going to go back to the first one and elaborate. I'm going to elaborate on the ones that I've done. And this way I can focus on those, because I always usually only get half of them done anyway, which is perfect. So I will do that. I'm going to put in some leaves. Oh, didn't mean to go over the yellow. Erase, erase. Why did you need for so many letters on? Okay. Oh, it's a fun holiday dessert, Amy says. Okay, so going back to the amount of letters on the one page. So if you remember, our first day that we did this was an actual Patreon meet, and I invited like Substackers and everything. And I counted the amount of images that we had in our Padlet to draw. And so I put 18 little rectangles. And then I decided, oh, this is such a great idea. Let's just continue it throughout the month with 18 letters. Plus I kind of like 18, the number 18. It's, yeah. My parents had a horse called 18. Isn't that funny? I know. Funny horse people. They name their horses really strange names. I think we've had this conversation before as well. We've had a Phantom, a Very Good, a Honey, a Dougal, Princess, 18, Malchek. What else have we had? Appleby. Like, I'm not making these names up, honestly. Like, how can you make these names up? These are our names of the horses. Mine was Dougal, and he was not a good boy. And I was only young, and my sister had to deal with Dougal every time we had to catch him in the field. She had to catch him for me because he was so bad with me. Like, he would, you know, turn around to kick me, and yeah, it was not fun. You know, as a parent, you think that your kids want to do the same things, like both of them, like especially if you have like 2 girls or whatever. It's not that I didn't want to ride, but I didn't want to ride, right? Like, my sister wanted to ride. That was her thing that she wanted to do. And they just thought, oh, Charlotte can ride too. Which is fine. You know, I learned so much and learned how to work really hard because we had to get the horses. My mum worked the hardest though. She fed the horses, cleaned the horses, cleaned the stables. She didn't make us do that every day. Anyway, so there's my horse story. Not my horror story, my horse story. Okay, I need, I think I'm gonna just get some, like, there's a lot of grasses in these imagery. And I need brown in this, so I'm going to add some brown. Like, animals are a huge commitment, but horses are like a massive commitment. You can't just go away. You can't just get a dog sitter to come and take your horse. You can't leave them for a day. Well, you could if they were out grazing, but you know. Yeah. I think I'm going to just do a very fine pattern of these grasses. Fine as in not a heavy one. You know what, this like childhood memories like that, and that's, I think you guys have seen some of those in my Family February books, but the visuals and memories of those weekends with horses and with the riding school, like, they're not just visuals, they're like feelings. And when you're 8 years old or 7 years old, those are really vivid memories. And you know, the memories of hitting your head on a branch and falling off your horse, like, that is a vivid memory. And not having your mum there to cry to, and having to like keep all your emotions in because you don't want to look like a baby in front of everybody else riding. Or when a massive horse stomps on your foot that you're trying to like move, and it hurts, and your foot is bruised, and maybe it was broken, I don't know. Anyway, there's lots of, and then times when you're just sitting around waiting on your own. I think maybe that's where I became quite comfortable with being on my own. Character building, that's what it was. Yikes. Melissa says, yikes. So when somebody says, you know, do you want to do this? And it's kind of daredevilish. I'm like, nah, I'm okay. I'm all right. I'll skip it. Maybe because I've done things like that as a kid. I don't know. Do we have any horse riders here? Anyone grew up with horses, riding horses? I think if you're a horse rider, you kind of know. If you know, you know. Okay, gonna put some flowers on. C says it involves so many sensory, like horse riding. Yeah. And good balance. And you have to be assertive, especially with stubborn horses. I was never as good at that as my sister. She definitely makes sure the horse knows who's boss. You kind of have to do that. Bye, Janan. Thanks for joining. Have a great day. I'm not sure if I'm getting the shapes really right here, but I do like just playing with the brush. Also, these need some more color. Nobody rode horses here. That's fascinating. Fascinating that none of you have had too much horse experience. All right, get the stalks on and then do the J over the top. It should be dry. I'm not using extremely wet watercolors because I want it to dry quickly. Okay, and let's get a dark purpley J on here. C says only books and TV. That's a lot safer. Books and TV. I could have just done the outline as well. I wasn't thinking. That would have been quite nice too. Louise says, I had horse riding lessons when I was young. Did you enjoy them? Okay, I'm just going to go back to the raspberry and see if I can add this. If I can add a darker color to the background. Let's go back to the raspberry. Raspberry jam. I feel like it's very dark, but that would work for the back here. So I'm going to take advantage of having this color on the palette. There's quite a lot of it, so I can get rid of some of it here. feel like some of them don't even need a pattern and they're okay. Like, for example, the blue one, I think I can just leave it like that. The jam one, I'm not sure. I may put a darker pattern over the top. Amy says, my kids got lessons when they were in high school. Oh, did they enjoy it? Louise says, yes, loved it, but I don't think I would have been brave enough to do it now. I know, there's that age factor and not wanting to break anything. Okay, we're going to the jackal. I'm going to use a blacky brown. I've got the raspberry and I'm mixing that in with it, but I think it needs to be even darker. So maybe taking a blue in there. So messy, my palette. All right, so I'm gonna put, should I do a background? I feel like I need to do a background. Maybe I'll do a chevron. I could do a chevron. Okay, I want this to be dark, but I want to keep the rest of it light. This is where I should use that little, you know, the tiny tape that you can get, and just fill that in. I've got four chevrons. Let's do these the opposite way. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like my glasses are not working this morning. I've got my glasses on, but I feel like they're not quite focusing. I think it's because I'm doing details. And then let's do 4 down here as well, but I'm not going to fit 4 in. And then 4 up here. So Melissa, will you bike from where you are to the place that we're going? Oh, Melissa says, my cousin's husband has been getting into rodeo and equestrian things the last few years, and he's had a couple pretty serious falls. He's still recovering from the last one. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? I mean, it really does get serious when you start falling off a horse. My niece in England fell off and got stomped on her head. Luckily, she was wearing a helmet and it only scratched. The hoof grazed the side of her head. And she was never the same on a horse again. Like, she didn't have the same confidence. But nowadays, like when you're competing and stuff, you have like airbags for your chest. So it's like a, what do you call it? Like a bulletproof vest that they wear. And then if there's impact, it blows up and like protects your organs. Isn't that crazy? Oh, Melissa says, yes, I'm biking. Well, what time are you leaving yours? Because maybe I'll just walk down to you because that's close to Union, and then we'll just bike together. Or are you biking on your bike? Because you did get your bike, didn't you? Yeah. I'll just meet you there. That's fine. Okay, do not like the chevrons. Shall I just leave it? Ugh. I feel like you can't really see the J. No, don't like it. I'm gonna scrap that. Scrap it. Oops. Let's take that off. Scrapping the J. This J with the chevrons. I feel like chevron, I should have done it with markers. You know, chevrons have to be pretty. I could have done lines as well. I could have done, maybe I'll do chevrons, but with a Posca marker. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Thank goodness for watercolor and being able to reactivate it. My chevron disaster. Okay, I'm gonna have to let that dry and then go over the top with another like either a darker brown or a pattern. I'll do that. Let me just make this a little bit darker though, so it stands out. See, I'm not getting much done really in the mornings, am I? There's a lot of talk and not much do. All right. 15 minutes. Let's at least get the ones that I have on here done. Okay. This was the, I don't think they're blueberries. What are they? Oh, they're juniper berries. Ah, juniper berries. I should know that. Gin, right? Gin comes from juniper berries. Who posted this one? Did Janice post this one? No, Patricia did. Okay. Let's get that beautiful green. There's actually a very pretty green here, which I will just take and use. You could get on the streetcar at Union and come to my place, and then we can bike over together. Could do that. Okay, well, we'll chat. We will chat. I do like walking as well. And I'm gonna have at least an hour. So, I don't know. I may just go to exhibition because that's like further, Melissa. And then I'll come back with you though. I can bike back with you. Maybe I'll do that. This way we're not holding anyone up. I don't like being late and I don't like keeping people waiting. So hopefully I'm neither of those. All right, keeping that like that. Definitely not juniper color, this blue, but I will get it that juniper color. This is the Jello. Yeah, I'm arriving, I think, at 9. So I don't think I'll get there until 10. You're back. Where did you go? Oh, C says, I'm painting the juniper berries. Have you met in person before? No, just on Zoom. Just on Zoom and on YouTube, and it'll be a great meet up. Okay, Jello. Why is there water on there? I must have spilt some water on this J when I was painting. It's not laying flat and clean like I want it to. I do want this a little bit redder as well. So just a reminder before we leave today, Melissa has art hang party tonight, and she is, the theme is Paralympics Gold, which should be great. I'm going to have to split my time, unfortunately. The Visual Arts Passage Drawing Hive is also on at 7. And I like to I haven't been drawing faces, so I like to practice some portraits as well. I've done dog portraits this week, that's it. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of both. And you can go to Melissa Martin's YouTube, subscribe to her, get notifications that she's on. Let me go back over to this jellyfish. And don't forget, there is an option to send her a Ko-fi. Yes. Am I speaking? Yes, I'm speaking. Can somebody write, yes, Shar is speaking to Patty? Because I don't think she can hear. She thinks I'm silent. So that is at 7 p.m. Eastern, by the way. Put it in your calendar, or actually just go over to Melissa's page and in her stories, and that will give you a reminder if you click on add reminder, add calendar. I will share also the link in my stories, or I'll share her image. Yeah, I'll share your YouTube. This way people can come over and sign up for that. Anything else happening today? All right. I'm just going to leave the jellyfish like that. I'm not sure if I probably want to put a little bit more thought into it. But I'm going to go to the jug. Yes, go over to Melissa's and smash that notify button. Haha. Shar is speaking. All right. I do love this jug, Patty. Thank you. do I do the, I could do that, or I could do, okay. I feel like I need to have, I haven't done a scallop, so I'm going to do a scallop on this. I haven't got stripes either. I could do stripes. I'll show you quickly after this one. Using a Posca is a great idea for any patterning as well. Okay, now I need the dark color of the reflection. I'm going to put just the J in that, keeping it simple. This is a very simple J. And I did do the jean jacket. Okay, let's go to the jean jacket. The jacket is fine in those colors, and the jean jacket, I have some rusty colors up here, which is I could use with the brown here. I'm going to try the chevron here. I'm not very good at keeping it even. This really is about, I know that some people make, which probably would be a good idea, lines, and then they put the chevrons in between the lines. Now I have to finish this. This is what happens when I do a pattern and then I'm like, oh, that's just, I made myself a lot more work by doing this, but it's okay. And one more backwards. It's just the half line. Thank you all for joining this morning. Did I go over a lot? No. Oh, I'm still within the time. Woo. That's great timing. Okay, and I did want to work on this one a little bit. Okay, so what was that? That was the jackal. Let me see if my blacks. Oh no, that's not black, that's dark green. Huh, not good. Let's see. I mean, I could do line. I'll do lines. It's gonna do with a Sharpie pen. Hopefully it doesn't run out on me. I don't have much luck with Sharpie pens. I feel like they work for like a day or two and then goodbye. My Sharpie pen dries out and then it doesn't. I have to get another one. This is where the tape would be really good. And also look at that. I just messed up. My line, it wasn't regular and then I tried to squeeze another one in between. Ugh. Don't forget to hit the like button, everybody. And if you are not a subscriber, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. There are going to be a few changes in the future with my YouTube. And I know that I keep saying this, but I'm going to start doing things a little differently. And I'll still be live. That's all I'm saying. I'll still be live. I don't want to scare anybody. It's not scary at all. And it's something that I have to get my head around and see if I can do, if I have time to do. Okay. Well, you can't see these very clearly, I don't think, but there's a lot of lines here. I'll show you up close in a minute. I feel like I have to, I'm going to turn this over and go from inside out because I'm better at the starting point than the ending point. Does that make sense? So I can control, oh, here's both start and end. And you thought those lines wouldn't come into play. It's like teaching somebody math and then realizing, oh, actually, I do use those. All right, see? There you go. There are the lines. Well, I didn't put any patterns on these, so I may do something with the Jell-O. But they're slowly coming together. Have a great day. See. Oh, Melissa says, yes, there is a free sketching webinar with linescapes about nailing proportions at 2 p.m. today. Who's that with? That sounds, yeah, who is that with? Sounds very similar to my class that I've just taught, proportion and line. It's so weird how the universe works. Honestly, like I'll like put out something and then feel like other people are doing it or other people are doing it and then I'll do it. Like it's very strange. Make the Jell-O look shiny. Yes, I think I'll make the Jell-O look shiny for sure. I just don't have my white gouache here to help me do that. Linescapes, I'm not familiar with them. Okay, I'll look them up. Thanks everybody and have a really good day. I will see you. I just want to make sure that you guys are all giving a thumbs up because I know that you love just hitting that little button. Thank you, Carolyn. You'll send a link. Okay, great. Thank you. And also, if you speak to, is it Steph we're meeting? let me know whereabouts, and then I can plan it as well. Don't forget to go to Melissa's art hang party later. Bye, everybody. Bye.